All right, well, let's get it here. Gonna go ahead and let's talk about what we're gonna be doing for this week for trading. So we are gonna be selling the US dollar index. Now, the US dollar index is kind of in the mix here because there is support at 106. But the plan is to sell it. What's gonna be interesting starting for let me check the calendar. Oh, next week they're gonna do the interest rate decision, so it's not this week. This week we're gonna roll into December. So we are gonna have, I believe this Friday should be non-farm payroll. Correct. Man, let's get to it. Tuesday, Wednesday. Powell was speaking on Wednesday. Okay. Yes. NFP on Friday. So NFP is this Friday. So the plan is to sell US dollar for this week based on the bearish move of this candle here going back down. I like to say personally, there is support at this because of the previous price here being set at right here, support price at 106. So just don't get too caught up here in the mix on the weekly structure here. But that is the plan, is to sell the US dollar. Friday is non-farm payroll, which could possibly change up the direction in the movement of the US dollar index. All right. Well, let's talk about US 30. US 30 is going back up, S&P going back up, and so is NASDAQ. Not a whole lot for NASDAQ. NASDAQ's actually pretty weak. So buying US 30, looking for US 30 to go back up to 34,800, close to 35,000 from there, and see if it's going to keep going towards back to 36,000. And if it breaks 36,000, the next peak of the price would be 37,000 for US 30 here. Same thing for S&P. S&P is going back up, looking for S&P to break 4,200. That would be like the final take profit. Let's say 4,100 to 4,200, and then the major hurdle would be going back to 4,700, which is way back up here. NASDAQ, stuck in between here. NASDAQ is the weakest in this, the weakest one out of all three, versus the S&P and US 30. US 30 is very positive, so we'll see how it all plays out for this pair. This pair might end up losing value. Other than that, that's all I got. Let's see. Oil going back down. Okay. You guys have not noticed gas prices are going down. All right. Gold. What we had here for gold? We had a buy for gold. Looking for gold to hit 1760 to 1770, and then back to 1780 to 1790. The next price to break would be 1800 for gold here on the weekly. Other than that, it's not a whole lot going on for this. Okay, UJ. So UJ, selling UJ, looking for UJ to come back down to 139 to 130. Yeah, 138 to 137. And then we'll see if they even bring it down back to the same support price, which was set at 133. That's it. That's like a major drop. That's what we're talking about, a really strong bearish, but a bearish engulfing candle closing out for the rest of the week here. But anything can happen because it's just a small doji candle. And for this pair really hasn't really given up its gains either. So I can't really foresee that this might end up being a reversal price, because I do want to sell this thing all the way back down to 100, but that's if it even drops back that long, going back down. So I don't get too caught up yet. I would just wait. Scalping. Euro, we are buying Euro, looking for Euro to break 104 back to 105. I believe. Yeah. 104 back to 105. I know based on these candles, it's not like the best candles to work with. And so what I want to say is that like I said, I wouldn't work with the weekly candle structure. I would work towards on the 1 hour and the 4 hour candles. And I'll explain that in a different video here tomorrow. Euro, British pound. I would be selling this pair back to 85, back to 84, somewhere around that price range here, 85 to 84. And then for the pound, I believe we're buying the pound. Yeah, buying a pound. Pound is probably one of the very few pairs to go against the US dollar. The pound has been moving on its own. Waiting for the pound to break 121 back to 122. And then we'll see where it goes from there. Well, let's go down. U-Swiss, looking for U-Swiss to go back down to 94 to 93. Okay, UCAD. Selling UCAD, looking for UCAD to come back down to 133 to, hold on, 130. It's closing in at 130 after 134. So probably looking for like 133.50, 133.10, and then down to 133.00. You guys, I'm just breaking down the math here because these are 5 digits here. Looking for Australian. We're buying New Zealand and Australian dollar. They're both up. We're looking for Australian dollar to hit 68 to 69. And then for New Zealand dollar, buying New Zealand dollar to hit 63 to 64. Other than that, just be prepared for another. Personally, since we're rolling into a new month on Thursday, NFP is Friday, this should be a really good volatile trading week. I'm expecting more higher volatility versus like what happened last week for Thanksgiving. Was really not a whole lot going on except for Tuesday. I think Tuesday was only the best day to trade. Other than that, Wednesday was okay, and then Thursday was Thanksgiving, and then Friday was really, really slow. So on that, that's all I got for you guys. And any questions, just put me in the chat group.